I loved that it had so many gray areas to it. It felt like a film that would be impossible to make within a studio system because there'd be so many people, especially in the political environment we're in and coming out of Me Too. Everyone would be so afraid of making a mistake, of saying the wrong thing, because sometimes I think films can be seen as like lectures of the right way of being.
Yeah.
And I love that my character does very complicated things. I love that she makes mistakes. She doesn't make sometimes the most responsible choices. But when you look at actually who she is as a human being and what she's gone through, for her to make every right choice would just be so inauthentic and not anything that has to do with any kind of humanity or a human being that I would really even know. So I love that Michel Franco is willing to explore gray areas and not lecture an audience, not tell you the right way to be. He's just more focused on the healing of these two people.
I mean, if you drove by our set, you wouldn't know there was a movie being shot there. How about that? Like it's not, you know, I don't know if you've been in New York when movies are being shot, but you can usually certainly tell. And no, we had a very small footprint. The production design was frequently whatever was in the house when we got it. Actors provided a lot of their own clothes and circumstances, did their own makeup. We were staying in usually rooms in the house that we were shooting in or next door over a tire shop. But if you get rid of all the BS, you know, all the extra stuff, and you just go right down to the essentials, then you can tell these more complicated stories, right? Because this is a film that requires people to meet it halfway, to use their own minds, to fill in what is not explicitly said, to be intuitive. And the reward for that is obviously, I think, pretty emotionally satisfying.
Yeah. Well, I came into this industry because I love watching films. I never became an actress because I was like, I want to be the center of it all. I just loved from the moment I could realize that it was even anything, was this idea of storytelling and theater and cinema. And so I for fun, will go to the movies. So I still do. I go to see theater. And I have spent a long time watching Peter's work. And as an audience member, really being moved by what he's done. And now that I have the opportunity to work in cinema, I'm constantly, then I both of my sides get to meet, whereas like the audience and the actor, and I'm like, oh wow, now maybe there's a possibility to collaborate with this person who I've admired for so long. And when Michel asked me, it was kind of like a no-brainer. I didn't know Peter would want to do it, but I knew that he was someone that we would bring so much to it without vanity, and that was important to me.
You know, I would just say really fast is that the first step in doing that is not to think of the trauma or the dementia as the character. These are the obstacles that the characters face in terms of getting what they want and expressing themselves. So it's just a flip in thinking, right? You have to work on those things and think about those things, but they are not the person.